No. What is an in knock?
You're knocking.
Yeah, what is that?
Going and knocking on a door and running. And
But why
running
is it
away.
knocking?
That's what.
Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't, no. Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't Asian knocking? Why isn't some other knocking? Why is it called that?
No, that's just the way they say it.
No, that's the way you say it. Hi, okay, so what is happening with this case?
We have we turned in our plea paperwork, Your Honor.
Yes. And are you all ready to proceed? Let me. That always brightens the day. And then her son is graduating the academy. I'm like, oh. All right, could I have a file stamp for a plea, please?
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Gotta get back in the room.
The court is calling 2025 CR 0011146 State versus Cynthia Diano. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Defendant for the state of Texas.
Yeah, Jeffrey Martinez for defendant.
And are you Cynthia Diano?
Yes.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Yeah.
I got it right. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Diano, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision or Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, state will be reducing this charge to a misdemeanor DEI and will proceed with that charge.
Any objection?
No.
Deputy Laura, Deputy Mejia, can you move them to that other end? All right, we're back on the record. Ms. Diano, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury as a Class A misdemeanor? Range of punishment is anywhere from up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Oh, you didn't understand that part? Well, so let me explain to you. And then if you don't understand, let me know. I'll help you and your attorney discuss it. So you're entering into a plea bargain agreement with the state. You understand that part? Whatever agreement that you have worked out with the state, I don't have to follow that agreement. So let's hypothetically say they want you to have probation. If I were to tell you, I'm not going to give you probation, I'm sending you to jail, then you can withdraw your plea.
Okay.
Because I have not followed your plea bargain agreement. Now, the conditions for the plea bargain agreement, that's something the court gets to decide. You understand? So if for some reason I don't follow your plea bargain agreement and I try to give you more than what you've bargained for, then you get to withdraw your plea. And it can't be used against you if you decide to go to jury trial. You understand? And by that same token, if I don't follow your plea, then what can end up happening if you withdraw your plea, then the state can say, okay, we're going to have to go to jury trial. We're going to go to jury trial. And maybe they won't be going to jury trial on a Class A misdemeanor. They'll be going to trial on the injury to the elderly. Not maybe, that's what they'd have to do. You understand? All right, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into this plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
All right. Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason you were to violate your conditions of probation, I could revoke you and sentence you up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Ms. Diano, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury. There's a $500 fine. The state is recommending deferred adjudication, and there's no contact with several people. And there's a Samantha with a question mark by it.
I. To go off record real quick. Ms. Jones prepared this, I don't know why I did that.
Did you understand that to be your plea bargain agreement?
Yeah, but that lady actually has already assaulted me twice at my.
All right, so here's the thing. The only thing I'm looking at today is once I've gone over the admonishments for you and what your rights are, then what will end up happening is the state will present evidence, and then I'll make a decision on whether or not that evidence is sufficient to find you guilty. If I find that the evidence is not sufficient to find you guilty, then I'm going to find you not guilty and say that the state didn't prove its case. However, if there's something else going on between you and this other person, that is not before this court today. That's something else. So what I've just read to you, did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes, sir.
State?
That is a plea.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Counsel, there have been such motions.
No.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 6 months. There'll be 30 hours of community service restitution, TAP evaluation, follow recommendation, sober meetings, random UAs, and anger management. Did you understand that those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense of assault bodily injury as a Class A misdemeanor, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No.
State any evidence.
Chair, this has to say, let me take exhibit one, but all of it.
The honor defense has no objection.
All right, and state, have you spoken with the complainant?
We have.
All right, thank you. State, you may be excused.
Here.
All right, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yeah.
In all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We would like to.
All right, explain to me what's an in knocked? That's in the, that's in the police report. The officer said suspect 1 stated that victim 1 had in knocked on her door.
And
I
they knocked on their door trying
No,
to.
no, I'm asking.
she constantly.
No. What is an in knock?
Nigger knocking,
Yeah, what is that?
going and knocking on a door and running. and
But why
running
is it
away.
nigger knocking?
That's what.
Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't, no. Why isn't it Caucasian knocking? Why isn't Asian knocking? Why isn't some other knocking? Why is it called that?
No, that's just the way they say it. I
No,
mean,
that's the way you say it because that's what you said.
That's what I just, that's basically, I mean, all right. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, I'm just trying to figure out why
It's
would
not
you
like
call
a
it
race,
that?
it wasn't to be racist. The kids just kept knocking and knocking on my door, constantly doing that to me. They live upstairs. I did not touch this kid, and I really don't even want to sit here and plead to say that I did.
Oh, you can go, we can have a jury trial.
I don't want to do that because he says that's not the best thing to do.
No. Here's
I
the-
just I lost a child. My son was 19 years old, was murdered just 2 years ago. I'm under a lot of stress already, you know? So I'm just trying to out of this and get it as easy as, just,
Just what?
I'm just stressed out enough,
Mhm.
all right?
So do you want a jury trial?
No, I don't. I just want to get this over with, do the probation and whatever I have to do.
All right, so what was the race of,
But understand when you asked me that question, if you knew the
Your Honor,
answer to the question.
what is the race of the complainant?
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Everyone's Hispanic in the instance.
Mhm. And what do you, if I knew the answer, I don't know why you would say that. That's why I'm trying to figure out why you're saying it, because in the police report, they say you were intoxicated. So I'm trying to figure out,
Intoxicated.
that's what it says in the police report. It says suspect stated V had knocked on her door and she came outside to see who knocked. And victim's family came down the stairs yelling at her, accused her of hitting the victim. Suspect kept saying she did not want to tell her side of the story and tried to walk away to go inside. I detained suspect to investigate further. And it says in here that there was signs of drinking.
I don't see a crime in drinking in your own home. I was in my own home.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because I have to set conditions for you. Is this an anger problem? Because they want you to do.
I just, I'm sorry that you caught me off guard with the question that you asked me. I feel like you're kind of in a setup, I felt kind of set up with that question. I understand it's not a word to be used, and I understand that I used it in the wrong word, in a wrong way, and I apologize for that. So I'm sorry.
There's more in here that you said. You're using profanity. I am trying to figure out, because it says suspect had a strong odor of intoxicants on her. I'm trying to figure out why the state is asking for anger management, because they're requesting that you do anger management. They're requesting that you have a TAP evaluation to see if you have a drug or alcohol problem. They're asking for sober support meetings. Sober support meetings are usually for people who have a drug or alcohol problem. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because you told me that the lady, Samantha, had, assaulted you or is still causing problems with you. So I'm trying to read the room and figure out what's going on, and I cannot.
I'm leaving this apartment, so I'm already have gone into a new place to live. I'm leaving on Sunday because the lady kicked my dog the other day and she got up in my face and stuck her finger in my face and started yelling at me. No, I don't have a drinking problem. Yes, I lost my child on February 5th, 2023. He was murdered by a best friend in a gas station in Austin, Texas. And I lost my fiance 11 days before that. He had a heart attack inside my home. I've been under a lot of stress and frustration. These people don't leave me alone from upstairs. It's a constant fight with this lady. So I'm moving myself away from that environment. I've already lost my job because of her, that I had a job with for 6 years, working from home. And I politely went upstairs and told her, look, I work from home. All they do is they run like a herd of elephants upstairs and it basically just annoying people. And that's it. The kid just keeps knocking on my door. They would steal my decorations from my home. I've already complained. So now I'm taking myself out of the environment and just going somewhere else.
All right, state, you're requesting anger management and sober meetings? All right, and why are you requesting that?
Seems like that would be beneficial for the defendant to undergo.
We're in agreement with the state. We would ask to probate the fine, Your Honor. As you heard, the defendant has lost her job. She's having to have moving expenses. She's indigent and court appointed, Your Honors. At this time, we would ask to follow the plea and to waive the fine.
So you're fine with anger management and sober meetings?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. There's going to be a $500 fine probated, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's going to be 1 year deferred adjudication, 80 hours of community service restitution. I think she needs anger management. I'm going to order anger management. Once she's completed that, then 40 of the hours will be deemed satisfied. And then I'm going to order 60 sober meetings in 60 days. TAP evaluation, that can be out of custody. Follow recommendations. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's to be no contact with the following persons. Danny Ibarra, Samantha Coronado, and Brenda Espinoza. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, and Ms. Abrams, see if maybe a referral to Center for Healthcare Services, maybe they can help her with any type of trauma. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
In the end, this case wasn't about a single incident. It was about stress, loss, anger, and accountability. The judge accepted the plea but made it clear probation is not a free pass. Deferred adjudication, anger management, sober meetings, and strict conditions moving forward. Because in this courtroom, explanations may be heard, but responsibility still comes first. Justice doesn't ignore pain, but it also doesn't excuse behavior. If you want more real courtroom moments like this, subscribe and turn on notifications.